30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Flush to his right. He may try, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Working from the gun. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing is Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right, and got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Long. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Long in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, but, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Sylvester Williams breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Now it's Ajayi. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the pass, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Smith now on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's Smith. And Davis with it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Smith. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again is Smith. And he drops this off to Townsend, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Redskins on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking long for his tight end read. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brendan, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
120.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. It's complete, left side to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wentz now on first down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A dump off to Sproles. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hard throw, incomplete.
We already see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Wentz again. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They run it here with Thompson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Smith. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They are going for it. It's Smith. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And he missed it. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go. 20.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 20.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And just shutting him off there. Aguilar has it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Sproles the return. Pushing his way inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And able to rip chip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Lady.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Tate. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Lady.
From the red zone now, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They run with Ajayi. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles had A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
52.
To throw is Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play. Smith to Crowder. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Smith on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down. Play action. It's Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 76 yards in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. This is Ajayi. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
Here we go. 120.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. He can run, and the Eagles are in for 6. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. Flushed out right. A deep ball for Dotson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. 280.
On second down, here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black, come on. Here we go, back. 120.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Mason Foster in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
81. Here we go. 120.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Bannon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Double.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Dancing, and pressure gets to him again. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He may try and run for this, and he'll go down at the 28. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Orange.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Dotson with the grab over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Go.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Great 15, great 15.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops.
Ajayi hit. He lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it, they do. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.